Pull up a chair, folks, and grab your popcorn. It's Deja Vu, a tragic comedy starring the United States, all set to rerun. This time it's Taiwan taking the prime seat in the theater of broken promises as the commitment-phobic Uncle Sam, with his never-ending sequel of escapades, cues up another grand retreat. Hi, and welcome to a fresh new episode of The New World Order with me, Atul Mishra. Let's begin. US and European countries have poured billions of dollars in aid and weapons to the war as a bait to instigate Russia. After Sweden and Finland ditched NATO, it is that in the army general. However, the puppet king, consumed by power and fear of the United States of America, the paragon of liberty, is back at it again. And by it, I mean retreating, backpedaling, pulling another U-turn on its brashly belted promises. The newfound lamb to the slaughter, Taiwan. As per the whispers in the political alleys, the US government has been meticulously crafting evacuation plans for American citizens domiciling in Taiwan. And why, you ask? A sense of foreboding doom as an imminent Chinese assault on Taiwan grows increasingly plausible. This isn't public knowledge, mind you. The State Department remained stubbornly tight-lipped when probed for comment. Deja vu? Absolutely. The echoes of the US's cowardly retreat during the Russia-Ukraine conflict ring loud and clear. Now it seems Taiwan is the latest to discover that Uncle Sam has a woeful case of commitment phobia. The United States, in all its infinite wisdom, has a nasty proclivity for reneging on its promises. Their prudent planning is nothing more than a feeble attempt at saving face, a desperate ploy to veil the embarrassing reality that they are tucking their tails between their legs and skedaddling out of Dodge. More than 80,000 Americans reside in Taiwan, and this number is from 2019. The mounting Chinese threats in the recent years have left the Taiwan shores trembling. It's almost like a perfect storm brewing. US officials have whispered that an invasion might be on the horizon. Embassies worldwide are tasked with hatching emergency plans for embassy staff and American citizens, while the Department of Defense plays an essential role in the nitty-gritty of evacuation operations. However, the real crux of this evacuation plan rests on pinpointing and tracking American citizens on the island. And it appears the American Institute of Taiwan is doing just that, albeit through subterfuge under the pretense of the post-earthquake Turkey situation. This is a classic example of how to sugarcoat the bitter truth. Their not-so-subtle website message following the Turkish earthquakes advised citizens to be prepared for disasters. It doesn't take a genius to connect the dots. The debacle in Afghanistan still smarts, doesn't it? Hundreds of Americans and thousands of Afghan allies were marooned in the chaos that ensued during the Kabul evacuation, an experience that surely adds a thick layer of dread to the present situation with Taiwan. The tightrope the US officials are walking on is fraying at both ends. Pulling personnel out prematurely signals a lack of confidence, but waiting too long could lead to another Kabul fiasco, a catch-22, if there ever was one. But let's cut through the diplomatic double-speak. The sad truth is that Taiwan seems to be on its own. The USA's projected weakness has managed to undermine its position, reinforcing the notion that they are unreliable, a fair weather ally at best. The mighty eagle's wings seem to have been clipped. The predicament of Taiwan is a glaring reminder of the reality that America's global commitments can crumble like a house of cards under a stiff breeze. The question is, how many more Taiwan-like situations are we going to witness before the world stops buying into the American illusion of solidarity? And more importantly, for how long will countries be willing to pay the price for the USA's apparent commitment issues? It is high time. The world stands up, rolls up its sleeves, and prepares for a future where the American security umbrella might no longer be a guarantee. The Taiwan situation is yet another blaring wake-up call, a cry for more reliable and less fickle world order.